Last time I used this one, and last time I checked, the autofocus was pretty alright. And since I made a video recently about the autofocus capabilities of the Panasonic S1 with the Mikey lenses, what times, I thought, how about checking out if this is really faster and better than the Lumix S1? Well, we will check out today. The lens I'm using for this test is the Zeiss Batis 25f2. So let's begin with the first test. Let's see, I will step out of the frame and get back into the frame to see if it will catch on to me. So now it should be focused on the back. It realizes I'm there and it gets me. Fantastic. Well, this is kinda easy for the camera, I think. Even though it is the a7S, it is still Sony's autofocus system. Will it get me here? Yes. And will it get me here? Yes. This is pretty alright. It realizes my face. I don't believe that I got the face or smile detect autofocus on, but still, it seems to work fine. So we should try a not S-Log profile like Cinetone. Now we are in the S-Cinetone profile and it still works, even here. I guess so. Fascinating. Well, I believe it is because I talked so bad about the a7S in a few of my last videos, because it really did fail me big time. And I mean big time. It was very, very not pleasant to work with this a7S here. It lost me even in broad daylight. It lost me in the evening. It just lost me. So, but this time we're up to something good here, and the look still, I think it's as good or even better than on the S1 or even the, well, yes, even the ZF. Can you hear that? Hell broke loose. I have no clue what's going on. I think there are some crows, or raven even. We got some of them here in the small, well, it's not a forest, but there are trees and between the fields, the wheat fields or cornfields. Yes, it looks good. So let's check another scene and switch back to S-Log. Et voila, back in S-Log. Let's see, does it work? Yes. Let's see if it does work when I'm moving. Once it gets you and you stay where you are, then it should be no problem at all. Sometimes it began to hunt. I will test it out with the Zeiss 55 in the next days to see if it will hunt again. The Viltrox 85 does not work on the Sony a7S, not even in single focus mode when taking pictures. Not that good at least, so let's try it. Pretty good. Pretty usable. I must say it's even more usable, and this cannot be. It cannot be more usable than the Panasonic S1. It cannot be. This cannot be true. Well, let's see another scene, shall we? This will indeed be kind of difficult for the good old Sony. If I'm in focus right now, and I really do not believe that I am, but if, that would be absolutely fantastic. Of course, the sky is blown out. Does it still have me? Nothing to worry about, right? Will it catch me here? This would be enough for the 25mm. You do not have to go a lot more away, a lot farther away, I don't know. It's not needed. This looks pretty alright. So if you want a wide shot with you in the middle and kind of a medium format like look, then this should be your distance. And I think it did decent. Maybe it didn't. It still got me. So even this would be alright for a wide shot. And you get the medium format look with this camera and this pixel pitch of 8.45, I believe. Oh, damn, it works so good. Let's have another scene, shall we? And you still got me. You do. When setting up shots like that, and you are on the one side or the other side of the frame, a lot of cameras got problems. It even gets you here. Let's see, will it get me here? Yes, so if you are a troll, then it will still get you. Oh, now. There you go. Now it's confused. But as soon as the box appears, which it doesn't right now, now it does, and it lost it again. Maybe it's confused because of cap. As soon as the box appears around your face, the camera guards you and will instantly try to focus onto you. It's different on the Panasonic A7S. You get your box instantly, you get the cross over your eyes, right? But it doesn't do the focusing then. But as we have seen, maybe it was a tweaking of the settings. I hope it was, and I really hope it's the lenses. On the one hand, I hope it is because of the lenses, the Mikey lenses, but on the other hand, I hope it is not, because I really like to give a chance to cheaper manufacturers. It doesn't have to be Zeiss all the time. It's alright. So, with an autofocus like that, even in S-Log, it works better than in V-Log on the S1. With an autofocus like that, this camera is, of course, usable. No problem. It's a pretty good camera. I really like the look, and I thought I have to get rid of it because of the autofocus. But experiencing the Panasonic S1 autofocus, I'm not so sure anymore. This looks pretty good. I cannot believe how good it works. I do not know what I did wrong. You get me? Even that close? Yes. So, I think, regarding usability, this is even better than the S1. It's lightweight, kinda. Even with the monitor on top and the bodice, I think it's not as heavy. I like big and heavy cameras, it's not a problem, but usability, I do not know. Well, when I tried out the focus field, and this is what we will try next, I will set a focus field on each side, like an area, and we will see if it will get me there and or on the other side. So the focus field is here. It still guards my face. If I go inside here, inside the focus field, it should be able to catch onto me. Does it? Kinda. Well, let's say it works best in the middle. If you set your focus point to the middle, focus field, fixed focus field to the middle, then it should work best. It still does a job. Let's try something else. So now, everything is the focus field. So it should be able to get me anywhere. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive for a camera that old. And more than I have expected from this camera. Oh, I thought I have to get rid of it. I'm so glad I do not have to get rid of it. No one is talking about this Sony a7S anymore because it's an old camera, but do not be fooled. They want you to think that if your things are not broken, then they are of course obsolete. What? You're using a camera from 5 years ago? This is old, it's obsolete. Of course it's not, right? So if it is broken, it needs a replacement, but nothing gets obsolete because it was modern at a time and was usable. You could argue that old film cameras are obsolete, maybe. But we're talking about cameras in the last 10, 15 years. They're not obsolete. I own a lot of old cameras and they are not obsolete at all. I know that you do not fall for the trap, but a lot of people do, sadly. They really think that something is obsolete. A camera 5 years old is obsolete. There's newer, well, software, there's newer lenses or newer sensors. Yes, and there are newer sensors, newer lenses and so on. But that does not mean that the older cameras are bad and outdated. They're not. The look of these cameras, of the a7S, that's not obsolete. Look at that. It functions, actually. Too glad. So, let's switch back to 1-point autofocus. So, as I was saying, for this camera you can get the batteries pretty cheap. Yeah, of course, third-party batteries, but they work as good, if not better. And you can get this camera pretty cheap. And you do not even need a Zeiss lens or whatever. If you want to just film, just use Sony native glass. You can get the 24 to 70 for about, I think, 300 euros. What's that? Anyway, and then you get a good setup for shooting video of yourself. And I would not even call it a budget setup. What does it even mean, right? Budget friendly, some call it. I would not go that far, but nothing in photography is budget friendly. But you will get something good with that. Or try the a7S II. It has, I think, the same autofocus issues. But so far, I'm astounded. I really am astounded. I made a video with this one, with this camera, with the Samyang 35mm 1.8. It looks terribly good. This looks even better because of the wide angle and the Zeiss look. This looks even better, I believe. So that's it. You've seen some autofocus examples, so I would say that this is reliable still, even though it failed me a few times, and I do not know why it failed me. But the last times I tried this one, it was so good. I really like the look. Of course, it's only Full HD, but I don't need more than Full HD. Most of the time I just want to shoot in Full HD. The files are smaller, uploading takes less time, and exporting, rendering the video takes less time. So who really sees the difference, right? Some of you do, all right, but me personally, for me, it's not important. I watch everything in Full HD. Forgive me, but I'm too happy that this autofocus works again. So it's a good alternative if you do not want to spend a fortune on a latest model camera, because the a7S III costs about $3,000 or euros, right? A7 IV about 2.5, and this costs about, I don't know, used maybe 400 or something like that. If you want to choose this one, I can recommend it, at least in these situations where I tested it now. But as you may or may have not seen, it failed me a few times, and this was terrible. I don't know what happened. But as for right now, it works pretty fine. So that's it for the autofocus video with the a7S. One love, and see you in the next video. And you still got me. Yes, you do.